So in this video we will go over an exercise on the budget set. So let's assume we have two goods. I will consider apples. Good 1, we will denote it as X, so quantity is in pounds. The good 2 is orange, and I will use Y in pounds to denote the quantity of orange. Then we need to know the price of apple. Let's assume it is $2 per pound. We also need to know price of orange, $3 per pound. And then we need to know the income at hand, the money available to spend. I will write it either income or money available at hand. Let's take this to be $60. And we want to draw the budget set given this information. So first point to note, we will look at an equation, an algebraic equation to describe the budget set. So let's ask, if we buy X pounds of apple, then money spent on apple turns out to be $2 per unit is the price, and then X pounds of apple, so I will write it 2X. Similarly, money spent on orange, $3 per pound is the price, Y pounds is the amount we are buying, so 3Y. And then we know the budget set, we have $60 at hand, so the total expenditure turns out to be 2X plus 3Y, where we have bought X pounds of apple, Y pounds of orange, and then this is the total expenditure. Money at hand is $60, so what we spend cannot exceed what we have in our wallet. Now I will draw this budget set, but let's look at one specific feature of this budget set. Suppose we decide to spend all our money, so nothing remaining, then we call that situation to be the budget line, and which means 2X plus 3Y is exactly 60. And this is what I want to draw as my budget set. So we will have horizontal axis describing good X, that's apples, vertical axis good Y, that is orange, and these are in pounds. We must label the graph every time we draw. So now the way we will draw this budget line is, if I spend all my money buying good X, that is only apple, then $2 is the price, $60 at hand, I know I can buy 30 pounds. So I will first draw the budget line and then label the numbers just to be convenient. So we have 30 pounds of apple if entire money is spent buying apple, so 30 here. Similarly, if we spend all the money buying orange, the amount of orange we could buy would turn out to be 20 pounds. So this is the budget line. And all the points inside, these are all points which are feasible. We'll call this entire collection, the triangular area, as the budget set. So this is my budget set. If I choose a point somewhere here, let's say consider this point A, this is not feasible. Given the money and the prices. Now we could also look at the change in budget set. So let's look at few situations. So first I want to find out change in budget set when, let's say, the price of apple goes down. Price of apple goes down to, let's say, $1 per pound. I know if I go over the same steps, I will be able to write down the new budget set. Money spent on apple, 1 times X. Money spent on orange, no change there, 3 times Y, and we have $60 at hand. So this is the budget line. When we multiply a number by 1, we don't mention 1. So X plus 3Y turns out to be 60. And so this is the new budget line. I will draw this and I will draw first the new budget line. We have X on the horizontal axis as before, Y on the vertical axis. There is no change in the quantity of orange we could buy if we have the same price of our orange and the same income. So this number remains 20. But now we could see the amount of apple we could buy has gone up from 30 to 60. So this is the new budget line. I should also draw the old budget line, but this time I will draw it as a broken line. Remember, this point has to be straight line, so this is the old budget line. So new budget line has been obtained by rotating the old budget line outward with the point, the vertical intercept, point 20, acting as a pivot. We could also look at another change in budget line where we will retain the price of apple, no change there, $2 per pound, no change in price of orange, $3 per pound, but the income has gone up. Let's consider this has gone up to $90, which means now the budget set or the budget line would be 2 times X, this is the money spent on buying apple, 3 times Y, this is the money spent on buying orange, and then we have $90 at hand. So 2X plus 3Y equal to 90 is the new budget line. Let's draw this budget line. We must have noticed if I spend all my money buying apple, now with $90 at hand, one could afford 45 pounds of apple, and if all money is spent buying orange, $90 at hand, we will be able to buy 30 pounds of orange. So I have Y on the vertical, X on the horizontal. This is X is in pounds, Y is also in pounds, and I will also like to show the previous budget line when we had only $60 to spend. So I have 20 here, 30 here. So you could see the budget line has moved out parallel compared to the earlier budget line.